I started the new year with a bang, literally. I got punched in the eye and I broke my eye socket.
Oh no!
Wait, what's that?
I've heard through the grapevine that you had a job in the Secret Service simultaneously.
Hold
so
on,
I
let me
need to-
turn my wire off real quick.
Welcome back to the I'm Peaking podcast. Question of the day. What time do you like to leave the festival? And this is for like older ravers, younger ravers, what have you. Like kind of like, are you trying to leave to beat the traffic? Are you staying until the very last second of the festival? Are you leaving for afters? Yeah. Like what is your style when it comes to going to festivals?
When I was younger, I used to stay until the end because like it was more fun. But then as I got older, I like staying. I don't know. I like leaving before traffic starts.
Yeah.
Agreed.
That's valid. So
Yeah.
valid.
Yeah.
Very smart. Very smart girl.
I think especially now as I'm getting older, it's weird. I'm actually staying a little bit longer because I used to leave early all the time.
Oh,
we're
so
the
shifting back.
opposite.
Yeah.
Wait, so
Gotcha.
first you were staying long, and then you you would leave early, and now you're staying long again.
But to be fair, I think it's also because lately I've noticed a lot of festivals and shows have been ending at like midnight, 1 o'clock.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, so
because
it's
all
not
festivals are
too
that
late.
way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm down to stay that late. That's not a big deal. But festivals that are going to like 2, 3.
Yeah. Especially like clubs.
Oh,
They end at
yeah.
like 3 a.m. I'm like a
Yeah.
grandma. I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah. So I go in with that mindset, and then because I don't go out that much anymore, so I just end up partying until the club closes, and I'm like, oh, everyone's gone, like, and then I leave.
It also depends on the day too, because like first day, second day of fest, yeah, I probably leave a little early. But
Yeah.
last day, I'm like, all right, it's the last day.
Yeah, you gotta go all out, end with a bang.
Yeah.
That's true. It does. I feel like you stay longer if I'm riding with you
Every time.
every single time.
Every
Because
time.
it's always like, oh, come on, let's stay for the last set. You know what I mean?
But it also depends on how like we're feeling. If we're feeling a little under the weather or sick, we do leave early.
Yeah, and if you have like plans the next day,
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
big factor.
do you
Yeah.
stay after your set, like at the festivals?
At festivals, yeah, I like to enjoy festivals
Yeah.
a lot. I'm never really like backstage a lot. I'm mostly incognito in the crowd.
Yes, I see the mosh pit shit.
Yeah, I think we've seen you. I remember it was, I think, Bass Canyon set. We went to, I think it was the satellite one at Vasta was playing, and we saw you stirring up.
Which year
yeah.
was it?
This was this
Oh,
year, yeah.
Yep, yep.
Iconic.
Yeah, he had a circle pit going, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm going in."
Yes.
And it was so much fun. Yeah, I always try to be in the crowds for my friends' sets because it's a lot better than being backstage.
Oh, I agree. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. I mean, bringing it back to the question of the day, I think leaving early in terms of like going to festivals and stuff, I think it depends on what venues you're going
That's
to.
true.
I would say like if you're going to like a camping festival, like for example, Bass Canyon or Lost Lands, it doesn't really matter if you leave all too early because like you
Exactly.
can go back to camp. But I mean like something like maybe Long Beach or the NOS to where it's like in
Or,
the
like-
city and you're gonna have to worry about like getting into that traffic. Leaving 30 minutes earlier is probably your best
Yeah.
bet.
Yeah.
Unless you want to be stuck in the parking lot for like until 4
Or like
a.m.
know what?
EDC.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I'll add on that too, like especially with Long Beach, Queen Mary. There's been a lot of festivals there for people who don't know about the Long Beach venue. There's one way in and out. There's an overpass bridge, so
Yeah.
everyone has to take that. So that does get a bit like trafficked up. Like there's nowhere else to go, so you have to leave at the.
Yeah, they don't have a helicopter. Like, where's the helicopter at?
That's EDC Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, where are you seeing other helicopters? Like
No, I'm saying they
anywhere
don't have
else?
helicopters. EDC, fly in Peru, fly out.
I could have sworn I seen helicopters at in Ohio too. You just seen a couple of helicopters go
Shut
by.
up.
I don't
I
know.
think it's for
do you know?
artists.
Stop
Yeah.
it.
Do you know
Yeah?
if any DJs helicopter
I
out?
don't think
or
so.
in?
No, we just take the shuttle.
Oh, okay, I might be tripping then.
That'd be epic for Lost Lands having helicopters.
Dude, that'd be fucking sick.
Epic.
But yeah, let us know in the comments whether or not you guys like to either stay at the end of the sets or leave early to beat traffic. Let's get a proper intro going in. Welcome back to the I'm Peaking podcast. I am one of your hosts, Daniel. And who else do we have today?
I'm Mickie.
I am a bag of coal. We are dressed for Christmas. I'm cool.
I feel like me and Mickie are the only ones that really.
We tried.
I did too.
Okay, I'm sorry I couldn't get you a Santa hat. I feel bad, but
It's okay.
I feel like the Grinch. I have like no Christmas spirit right now.
We're twinning.
it's okay.
cool.
You guys
We're
are
cool.
bags of coal.
And I'm Nand, your other host.
And today I have an intro popped in for you. Let me
little
pull
love
that shit up with my
story. A love
polar bear fingers. Hold on. Are you ready? All right,
Okay.
here we go. Today we have a very special guest who's been sparking a revolution in today's dubstep scene. From the surges of energy from Girl Gang to bringing the storm to every stage she plays, you can hear her music strike labels such as Subsidia, Monster Cat, Disciple Roundtable, and more. This tempest of a DJ and her heavy-hitting sounds will leave you in an aftershock. Get ready for the downpour, because here comes the eye of the storm. Layz, welcome to the podcast.
Wow. That was a great intro. I
Thank you
love
very
that.
much. I tried my best.
You used a lot of my song titles, which is sick.
And he didn't use ChatGPT.
Yeah, really.
It all came from here.
Thank you.
From there.
I love that intro. Thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I don't know if they know your name, your actual name, if you're down.
My name's Leyla.
Yeah.
We
That's
can
how I
see
got my
where-
name Layz, short for, well, my friends would call me Lay for short. So I'm
Uh-huh.
like, let's add a Z at the
Yeah,
end.
you're like, let's make it cool. Let's add a Z.
You gotta make it
That's
EDM.
epic.
Throw the Z in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you said that you like to stay at your friends' sets like during festivals. Were you also a raver originally?
Oh, hell yeah. That's how I got into the
Oh,
scene.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's why so they were telling me that you stir up mosh pits. I want to know what you do. Like, how is your mosh pit style here?
So usually it depends how I'm feeling. If I'm just like really hype, I just go in the crowd and then people are like, oh my God, that's Layz. And I'll just
Yeah.
be like, open that shit up. Let's start a mosh pit. And they're like, okay. And then like, we'll do like a circle pit or something. And then once like when the beat drops, I get the fuck out.
Yeah.
I'm like, nope.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Can confirm. Saw this happen. She went in, riled everyone up, ran in circles, and then dipped the fuck out.
I literally
We should insert the clip here. 'Cause I have a video of it.
I ran to the pit. I was like, oh my God, Layz is gonna fucking mosh. And then she run out and I was like, never mind. Never mind.
Dude,
Yeah.
I wasn't with you at that moment, but I could imagine your face like, where'd she go? And then somebody just comes in and throws you across. You're like, where'd she go?
Yeah, I have a little bit of PTSD from mosh pits. On New Year's Eve, I started the new year with a bang. Literally, I got punched in the eye, and I broke my eye socket.
Oh no.
Wait, was that because I remember I watched the Get Ready with Me with you? Was that the one with the black eye?
Yeah.
Stop it. That was recent then.
Yeah, it was New Year's. So yeah, I was like, what the fuck? So I like kind of like fell down a little bit, and like I'm just seeing stars. Like I'm hearing like ee, like it was like one of those moments.
You're
And
like,
then-
I gotta go.
And then some guy's like, Layz, can I get a photo? And I'm like, I can't even see you right now.
And I was, it like went up my feet. I'm like,
Yeah.
what happened? And you're just like nonchalant. So get ready with me while I tell you about my black eye. And I'm like,
I had to play a show that night with Shaq. So I was like, I'm getting like green concealer, orange concealer. I'm trying to like cover this up. It looks like shit. I'm like, you know what? I'm
It's
just gonna wear
dark. It's fine.
sunglasses.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was quite a moment. So ever since then, I'm like scared to get in mosh pits because of that. Because it wasn't a hand that hit me. It was a corner of like an iPhone that was like,
Oh,
It was
no.
one of the influencers recording. That's me. It's okay. I'm one of those girls.
Dude, I just imagine like it's on a clutch loop, like swinging around because like they're like, oh, that hurts.
I've
Oh my God,
definitely
you
had
think
that
so?
happen before. I mean, maybe when I was in when I went to go see Nexus tour
Oh.
back in April, I got into the Wall of Death, and I remember you can see my video from my phone. It literally like leaves my hand, and then you could just see it swinging around.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can see it like hitting a bunch of
wants to
people.
mosh
I remember
too.
that Wall of Death. That was epic.
that
Dude.
was an epic ball
Because
of
like
death.
okay, no, because you guys were in it, right? But
Yeah.
I was at the seats, so
Yeah.
I was looking down, seeing everything, and I'm like, this is so cool.
It was awesome. I think every single person like made dead eye contact with one other person across.
Yeah,
and you're
that's
just
good.
like
Good
we're gonna
partner.
go. We're gonna do this.
I could feel you on like being traumatized though by a mosh pit because like EDC Orlando, I think it was 2 years ago. I got like literally shoved.
You almost gave her another black eye,
I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no, okay.
It literally almost hit her eye socket again, man. Come on.
At least get the other side.
Gotta even it out.
Yeah, actually, I want to show you guys a photo, and then we can also
Yeah.
So when
clip
did-
it so the
yeah, when did
viewers
this
can see
happen?
it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh, that's
my
gnarly. Oh my god.
A couple weeks later, or not a couple weeks, like a week later, it started transferring to the other side of my eye.
Oh no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
The bruise was kind of like
Yeah.
spreading.
So
Because it's
yeah.
like it's all just blood.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So
When did this happen again?
I was at what show is it? We were playing in Reno with Excision on New Year's Eve.
Okay.
So the ball dropped. I'm having a grand old time. I'm like, let me go in the pit. And I'm like, never
Never
mind.
again.
Never mind.
Like ones
you
with
know,
us.
I never got into a mosh pit since that festival.
Oh,
Where I
that's-
got like
Lost in
flu.
dreams?
Oh,
Lost in
no.
dreams?
It takes a traumatizing moment to like
Yeah.
stop
I'm
you
like,
from
okay, I'm
raging
done.
too
Yeah.
hard.
I don't remember. I think it was actually Nexus tour because I got hit in the lip. And
No. It was Wobble Land. It was Wobble Land. When
That's where I got hit in the lip?
Yeah, we were in Damiano's set, and I think I had gotten like a cut on my middle finger. I had gotten a
Oh,
bruise
yeah.
on my cheek. Nan got like his entire lip was bloody.
Yeah.
Damn, what you guys do?
Why? You know what?
Mosh.
Wait.
We're
So
moshing,
we
dog.
be getting injured like this, but yet we still crave going into the mosh pit.
Exactly.
It's such a
It's
like
a thrill.
Yeah.
To be fair, I don't crave going in as much. I like going in, but I'm a lot more careful now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a lot more
Yeah.
careful now.
The older we get, we also have to be careful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
we,
true.
we break
100%.
easily.
Yeah. When
Yeah.
we're
I'm
younger,
fragile
we're like, we
now.
don't care.
I've definitely noticed like the recovery time after a mosh pit is just so much longer.
When do you think you'll stop moshing, Nan? Because I know you know I think you're a little bit older than all of us. When do you? Okay, hold on. It's not shade. It's not shade. Hold on. Pause. Because I do live with him. Okay, and
I know where you sleep.
Okay, yeah, obviously.
Y'all the bros. Yeah.
He is always talking about, you know, like waking up and being in pain. Usually after we get back from. Do you still feel a good mosh in you for a good couple years?
This is gonna sound crazy. When I have a kid.
Okay.
You'll stop moshing when you have a kid.
When I
Yeah.
have to take care of my body, not just for me, but for a child.
Gotcha.
That's
I
when
like
I will
that.
stop.
you know, yeah.
Aw.
That's
Love that.
valid.
The
valid,
rave
valid.
dad is a dad.
Yeah.
But
don't
then-
get me wrong. I'm years away from that. Let me be so clear.
But then when your kid is old enough to go to a rave, would you mosh with them?
Oh.
I don't think I would mosh with them, but I would like go to a mosh and make sure that they're safe.
You'd be on the
You would pull the Layz.
the sidelines.
I'm
You'd be
hyping it up.
pushing them.
You'll be
Yes.
recording
Yeah.
like, go, sweetie,
Yes.
go.
Absolutely, yes, because I definitely want to make sure, like, you know, my kid gets up and, you know, teach them the right etiquette and whatnot. Don't get me wrong. If they fall over, I'm gonna let them get themselves up first and see what happens, because I want to see, like, you know, are you good mosher, good person actually.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What would be etiquette that you would like give, you know, like a new raver who is just getting into the scene and like sees moshing?
Don't flail your arms around. It's not about punching people
Yeah.
or elbowing
Yeah.
people.
It's always best just to always put your hands up like this and just push.
Yeah.
In a way.
And even
Yeah.
then, you're not trying to like push with your arms. It's just like your body weight is being thrown around anyway. Just let your body weight kind of push people around. And then obviously, if anyone falls, pick them up.
Yep.
Like
Yes, pick 'em
everyone,
up.
especially if you're a big guy. If you're a big guy, don't pick them up. You hold people back. Someone's gonna pick them up. The
I
big
like
guy
that.
can like be the protection.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Because
otherwise someone's gonna get hit in the eye socket.
And if you're a big guy, don't push the girl. So at EDC Orlando, I got shoved across a mosh pit by a guy. He looked like he was attacking me, to be honest,
Yeah.
like, on video. But still, like, don't be that guy. Like, you see a girl, she wants to mosh. Okay, like, little push, like, you know, like
mean,
little one.
yeah.
A big
Speaking of mosh pits, girl only mosh pits are
Yes.
definitely a lot more
Love
prevalent
those.
than they are like in recent years.
As they
And-
should.
But I loved how they're planned because I know for Lost Lands, there was like a post going around saying, oh, we're going to have a girl only mosh pit at this set.
Yeah, and now they have like these flags where when they open up the pit, they'll put a flag that
No
says "Girls
way.
Mosh
Yeah.
Only."
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Wait, who
I really
does
love
that?
that.
Is it everyone starts doing that? Like
Yeah.
they have flags.
I've seen it's a pink flag. It was at my Base Canyon set this year.
I love love it.
And I
It's
think
pink.
there was one at Lost Lands, but someone has this pink flag that says girls mosh only. I love it.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Yeah.
I like that that's happening too, because it's just like, I mean, as much as like I'm all about like everyone mosh together, there are some people who just they're not thinking about their physical strength, or maybe like they're being pushed around and their back is turned towards someone, and they like turn around and like accidentally lift someone off the ground.
I have
Yeah.
a story. So I took my cousin to his first and only festival. He hasn't gone anymore, but it was his first time going to a mosh pit, and he's a big dude. He's like ex-marine, and so my friend was like, "Hey, you should go in the mosh pit. Go have fun." And he's like, get that guy or whatever, just to like be fun.
Yeah.
And so my cousin was not, he was kind of incoherent of like everything, so he's like, okay, so he runs towards a guy, lifts him up like a wrestling style, and like slams him to the ground. And we were like, no, we were like, no, that's not what we do. And he's like, I am so sorry.
Like,
He
I
got
didn't
so
know.
excited.
That's
That is not what we do,
No,
friends.
yeah,
That's
no,
not what we do.
absolutely not. Don't pick up anyone.
Don't pick up anyone.
He was mad confused. That is like next level confused.
And then he's like, you told me to do it. That's not what I meant.
I'll throw this in there too for like mosh etiquette, because I've seen this happen a lot where like people like just the same two people are like just like
I
going at
don't
it.
like that.
I'm not a big
the ram.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of those, but anytime you do that, hug it out after. It's
Yeah.
important that like no one gets animosity.
I've seen people kick someone in the chest.
Whoa.
Like the drop kicking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for
Also-
some reason they ask for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Come
like,
on, I'm ready.
yeah, people
It's-
want it, but I'm like, how?
It's definitely it's Damiana like amorphic thing. Like I know people be asking him to drop kick them in the chest all the
Yeah,
time.
it's like, aren't you afraid to like break
They're
something?
not. They're not.
Yeah.
Because they're not doing it to hurt you.
Oh yeah,
you know? I think it's.
but it looks like it hurts.
Oh, it definitely
Yeah.
hurts. You ever
Yeah.
get kicked
Yeah.
in the chest? It
Yeah.
hurts.
From an artist standpoint, though, I've seen like multiple times when I'm performing, and I always pay attention to the crowd, and I've always noticed when people are doing those one-on-one things. I mostly pay attention to that now because I want to make sure, like, if anything
Yeah.
happens, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to stop and be like, "Hey guys, like, chill out."
Have you
Yeah.
have you seen anything like from your point of view where it like kind of goes wrong
Oh.
in terms of?
Yeah, there was one time where I had to stop a show, and I was like, security, like, please take care of that. But Lost Lands last year, my back-to-back with Jessica Audifred, someone in the crowd, I noticed, I was talking to Jess, I'm like, Jess, like, there's people over there that are, like, waving us down. I'm like, something's wrong. So we just dub echoed it out, and we're like, hey, like, I think we need medical attention over there. But as an artist, that also should be your number one priority, is just always keeping an eye out in the crowd, because we have a better view than sometimes security.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Yeah.
always good to make sure you're looking out for everyone. But yeah, I don't think the girl was hurt too bad, but she got taken care of.
Yeah, I definitely think with mosh pits being like so extreme in terms of like, you know, like everyone, there's a higher risk of getting hurt. I feel like a lot of people just need to be a lot more careful, which I also think is a good reason why the girls mosh pits are such a good idea, because now you have, not only are you having like girls be more inclined to join in the mosh pits,
Yeah.
but then they're also going to make sure that like they're not getting hurt, or they're, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
everyone's on the same playing field.
It's the same. It's like everyone's on the same level.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if you're a girl and you can handle the mosh pits,
Oh,
go
by
for
all
it.
means.
Oh yeah,
Do
go for
it.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Go for it. It's still one of my favorites to see like
I
a
love
girl in like a
seeing-
full mosh, but then like you just see them like disappear into the crowd. You're like, oh no.
But then they pop out of nowhere and they're like laughing and smiling. I'm like, yes.
They're like, yeah, I'm tiny, so their arms didn't hit me.
Do you think you'll be making a mosh pit return with these girl-only mosh pits coming back now, or like, you know, being more prevalent?
Probably, yeah. I mean, I love
love
mosh
it.
pits. They're fun.
Have you hosted any like all girls mosh pits like, at your sets before?
Yeah, I
Yeah?
did it a lot during the Nexus tour. I'd be like, where my rowdy girls at?
Let's
Like,
go.
I want to see a girls mosh pit. Especially it was National Women's Day. I was playing at the Armory with Excision. And I was like, since it's National Women's Day, let me get all the ladies to do a mosh pit. Yeah, I love them. I mean, even myself, like, I feel more comfortable going in those.
Yeah.
I think I feel like some artists do this. It'd be really cool if like during your set, there's a pit that starts and you just run down. I was like, all right, I got 2 minutes.
I know. I've always thought about doing that, but I'm like, I'd have to play a long ass song.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta do like a back-to-back, have one going on for a while.
Like, I'll be right back.
Yeah, because who else does that? There's I think Sullivan King did it, right?
I remember he
and
did
then
that,
Shaq does it
All the time.
Sometimes.
Imagine going in a mosh pit with Shaq.
You just stand there. He just stands there. He doesn't.
I love
he
it.
doesn't
Just,
want-
like, really
jump up with
stand there?
everyone.
It's so
That's
funny.
He goes like the whole UK vibes, like jumping up
Yeah.
and down.
So Layz, I know we were supposed to have you on like a couple months ago when you were here in OC for your when you play the observatory. But how has your Aftershock tour been?
Oh my God, it's been amazing. I feel so blessed and grateful to be able to do another headline tour, especially bringing my homies on the road with me. It's always a good time bringing my friends and experiencing it all together. This year's a lot different than last year's because I now am bringing a full team with me. I have my own VJ, I have a TM, full-time media, so it's really nice and a lot easier than last year, because last year I would do my own sound check. But now that I have Marcus, my TM, he goes to sound check for me.
Love Marcus.
Yes, he's the best. He's amazing. He's a really good TM.
Shout out to Marcus.
Shout out Marcus.
He's the reason you're even here right now. Cause like we were at Base Canyon and he was like, you're from the I'm Peaking Pod, right? Blah blah blah. And he's like, are you interested in having Layz on? I'm like, yeah, that'd be dope. Then he led us to you and we got to talk.
Yep. Then we
Shout
met.
out Marcus.
Shout out Marcus.
Let's go,
Vibes.
Marcus.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had like hung out with him for a little bit when we were in Orlando too. But he's always good vibes.
I asked him
yeah.
if he'd be here, but he's like, nah, I'm gonna be in at Apocalypse in a week, so like he'll be here then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you had any like any how do I word this?
What's the question? Like,
I'm trying to figure that out.
speak to me. What's in your brain?
Speak to me.
Have you had any notable things go on like during your tour and you know good anything really good?
Oh, that stuck
anything
out.
really bad? Yeah, stuck
There
out's
you
the word for.
go.
Thanks, Mickie. Boom.
I mean, I think as an artist, it's really cool that I'm playing bigger venues this time. You know, it's always very nerve-wracking when you, like the last tour I played like maybe like 500 to 800 cap rooms, and now this year I'm doing 1,500 cap
Oh,
rooms.
that's a big
Slay.
jump.
Oh, that's a big jump.
So it's definitely scary.
You've been growing
But-
really fast.
Yeah.
I love
It's
that for you.
Too fast. It's like sometimes I'm like, I just need to stop and smell the roses, enjoy everything. But I think what stick out to me is just the crowd energy this year. I don't know, but it's a lot different than last year. Everyone has just so much energy. The crowd is always like singing the lyrics, singing the pre-drop vocals. Like it's so loud, and sometimes they're louder than the music.
That's awesome. You got stands.
yeah.
And I'm
It's
just
like
like,
karaoke, but for wubs.
Yeah. Wop, wop, wop.
how does it feel? How does it feel to like have everyone in the crowd like just be singing like your tracks and like even like the wubs, you know,
Yeah.
like they're singing the wubs. Like how does
It's such a good feeling. Like sometimes I'll look into the crowd and I just see everyone wearing my merch, and I'm just like, wow, this is really cool seeing like a community
It's like you did
that we built.
Yeah.
And it's really nice hearing like when I do meet and greets. I've been doing a meet and greet every night before my set.
Wait,
I'll set aside 30 minutes.
I love that.
And I'll meet everyone I try to meet everyone as much as I can. And it's really cool when a group of friends would come up and they'd be like, I just want to let you know, like, we all met because of you.
That's so
Actually,
sweet.
Ironically, last night I was on TikTok and I saw a video of a kid that went to one of your meet and greets and started crying.
Yes! Oh my God. Then I started crying. I'm like, don't cry. Yeah. I think he was like 9, 10.
That's
Oh my
awesome.
God.
Yeah. I was like, don't cry. And he had his one of my
I saw
pashminas
that.
wrapped
That's so
around him. I'm
cute.
like, oh my God, my heart. I was like, I want to do an all ages show.
Aw.
I love that for you. I love that you get to have those moments and like really like see what your music and what you're doing is doing for so many people.
Oh yeah, like I've always said, music heals. And I aim for my sets to be a place where everyone, you know, we're all dealing with our inner demons, and I want my sets to be a place where people can enjoy and forget all like the bad stuff, all the negative stuff that's happening in their life, and just to enjoy that hour and 15 minutes or so.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of your music meaning so much to people, I heard you have some music to show us today.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right.
Play it. Let's see. What is it called? And is this from an album, EP, single?
Yeah, tell us about the track.
Yeah, this is a song with my homie Resurrect. It's called Hardest Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Is it by hard motherfuckers?
It is.
Cinematic.
Yeah. I was like, there's that ethereal cinematic vibe to it.
Yeah.
The anticipation is killing me.
Let's go.
Oh my god.
Okay, here comes the switch up.
Oh, the switch up? All right. All right, I like that kind of techno. I can fuck with that kind of techno.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Sudden drop. Okay.
I love that. I just like literally leaned into it and started headbanging like crazy. That felt
That was-
great. That was awesome.
Dude, this polar
That was
bear,
a great way to start my day.
this polar bear
Now
Wednesday's
you're
getting
up.
really, really hot.
I'm up now.
Now we're awake.
I'm awake.
That was awesome.
Yeah, we actually finished that in like a couple days, like 3-4 days.
That's awesome.
Yeah, when we were talking about doing a song, we're like, okay, what theme should we go for this? And we're like, definitely do like a cinematic intro, add some 303s as for the build up, and we made that.
Yeah, can you
That
give
was
us a
so
little bit of insight into starting a track like that, and even like collaborating with your fellow artists such as like Resurrect,
Yeah.
like how do you guys start getting into like even like just brainstorming the idea and then having it come to.
Yeah, so we first always think what type of theme we want to go for the song, whether if it's like, should we start with the trap intro, cinematic intro, drop-wise, are we doing a dubstep drop, are we having a little trappy drop? For the second drop, are we going to do a little switch up and go to techno, or are we going to do like a techno fake out and then back to heavy dubstep? It's, like the possibilities are endless. But yeah, we were on Discord or Zoom together, and we were just working together. I'd send him my sounds, he'd send me his, we work on it together. And yeah, it's basically how I work on with collabs. We'll do it real time, or we'll do it by sending each other stems. So like I'll do a part and then I'll stem it out, email it to him, and then he works on it.
Gotcha. How long have you been producing?
So I first started DJing in 2018, and then I didn't start making my own music till 2019, but I didn't really start taking it serious till 2020.
How'd you learn?
So my boyfriend, Clip Dick, he started DJing first. And I've always wanted to be a DJ. So when he got the mixer, I was like, oh my God, I can finally like play on it.
Hell yeah. So you guys like kind of did it together in a way. Oh, that's awesome. I love that. I love a man who knows what he's doing and then he teaches you.
Yeah.
How to do
Have you guys
it.
done it back to back together yet?
Oh yeah, before I got on my agency, him and I would do back-to-backs all the time. Yeah, so we started dating when I was 15 or 16.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like high school
Yeah.
sweethearts.
That's really cute.
Aw.
And then yeah, a lot of people think we met together as like DJs, but no, he's known me since I'm like a baby basically. So yeah, when I was 17, that's when I wanted to do this. 18 is when I got my first show. And yeah, so Jake, he started DJing first. So when I would go to his house, I'd play on his mixer. It was a DDJ SX3. And then I was like, wait a damn minute. I like this. Like, I want to try and do it myself. So then I would do like mixes on SoundCloud. I would record myself doing double drops, post it on Twitter.
Sick.
That started getting some hype. And like, a lot of people were like, you should like really do this. I'm like, okay, like give it a shot. And then I was like, okay, I know DJing, you can only go so far. And I was like, this is something I want to do forever. I feel like this is the only thing I'm good at. In college, you know, I wasn't the greatest at math, history, you know, all that. I went to college for psychology. I got an associate's. And then I was like, okay, I'm done. I got my associate's degree. Like, I just want to focus full-time music. So then I started to learn on Ableton,
Sick.
how to create my own music, and I would learn from my boyfriend and my boyfriend's friends. Luckily, I had the benefit of friends in real life that were producers, so I was able to go to their house, watch them produce, and in real time ask like, oh, like, how'd you do that? How did you make that sound?
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's like YouTube is great for beginners, but YouTube, you don't have like
The hands-on.
the benefit of asking like, what was that? Like, why
Down
did you
to the
do that?
detail.
Yeah. And yes, ever since then, I started to learn doing one-on-one lessons with other artists. I would do lessons with Stone Level, Jaqui, High Zombie,
Sick.
Resurrect.
Sick.
So it was dubstep from the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the beginning.
You've been essentially, since you're 18, music's been like the big thing. I gotta ask because like I've heard through the grapevine that you had a job in the Secret Service simultaneously.
Hold
so
on,
I
let me
need to-
turn my wire off real quick.
Were you with the president?
Like I gotta ask, how did you go from there to here? And also, now that you've said it, you were literally still doing music, playing music, learning, and all that while you were simultaneously doing that
before
job.
Secret Service, I was working at Panera Bread. And then I quit, and then I was like, shit, I need to find a job. So I got a job at the Secret Service. The benefits were amazing. Just want to put out there, I'm not a Fed. People will be like, Layz is a Fed. I'm like, I was far from a Fed. I did the boring shit. It was mostly like policies. So if you were to apply for the Secret Service and all the policies that you read while applying, we updated that. So I just had like a cubicle desk.
So there's more to the Secret Service department than just like, you know, protecting like high.
Yeah, no, I wasn't a Secret
profile
Service
people.
agent. I was.
okay. Agent's the word.
Yeah,
Then. Okay.
I
okay.
was just like a assistant / intern.
That's so cool though. You saw the inner works of
Yeah.
like that world.
It was a really good job.
Benefits are probably great.
was
Government
great.
jobs.
So do aliens exist?
Do you DJ to the aliens?
She said not to ask.
I mean,
that.
she did do the song.
Wait, do you have alien raves? Like, did you do that? Wait, did you actually like DJ for like your coworkers like back in the days?
Oh no. They didn't know what I was doing.
Secret
Service
Service
by
by
day, raver by night.
So when I applied, they were obviously they do background checks. I had my own little background person checking on me all the time, and they're like, "What's your Instagram?" And I'm like, "Oh." And
Can't
like
tell
that
you
was
that.
that was back in the day when Instagram people who are only verified were verified. You can like pay for verification.
Yeah.
So I'm like, they're gonna be like, why the hell are we hiring someone that's verified? You know? But I got hired, and like all my Instagram is all like raves, dubstep, and you know the older generation, they consider raves just drugs and all
Right.
that stuff.
Mhm.
So I was nervous when they asked for my Instagram, but I got the job. It was wonderful, and I kept building up my PTO and then my sick leave. And
Nice.
when Lost Lands would come around, I would leave on a Thursday, and then I wouldn't come back till like Tuesday. So I'd have to be like, oh, I'm sick. Like, I can't come to work Thursday, Friday, Monday.
You just exposed yourself.
The duality of ravers.
Right. And
Are you
was
still
funny.
with that job, or are you full Layz now?
I'm full time now. I took that decision. What year are we in? 2024?
Yeah.
Last year, 2023.
Oh, so
Good
recently.
for you.
Yeah, it was before Paradise Blue.
Mhm.
I was like, okay, I think I'm done. Like, I'm done with the Secret Service. I should just do full-time music, because it was getting to the point where I'm working 7 to how long? I was working like 8 hours a day, looking at a screen, and then when I would come home, I wouldn't want to work on music because I'm already staring at a
exhausted.
screen for so long. I'm tired. I'm doing the commute to DC.
Mhm.
The last thing I want to do is just work on music. So, and that was affecting my project, because you know you got to be consistent. You got to put out music, and I was like, okay. Like, I told my parents. My parents were like, "You're gonna quit the Secret Service to full-time DJ?" I'm like, yes. But they're very supportive, and like they knew like the fan base that I had. Like, they came to Paradise Blue and they loved it. They're like, okay, we get it. Like, we get it. So yeah, I quit the Secret Service, and it was definitely scary because when you have a full-time job, you get paid consistently. And then I didn't know, what if we had another COVID? Like, you know, what if we had another something where dubstep just isn't a thing anymore? Like, I'd be screwed because I don't have a job. So I always had that in the back of my head, and that's why I always saved up my money when I was working at the service. So I knew, like, just in case. And I did the push of being full-time, and I never want to look back at it. Like, it was like the perfect decision I ever made, because I don't regret anything, and it's going really great. Knock on wood.
Honestly, the results honestly speak for themselves, because
Yeah.
the growth you've had in the past year, now that you're no longer with the Secret Service, like all that extra time you had, like it really shows. It really shows.
Yeah, it was the best decision ever. And this goes for any people out there who are stuck in that same situation where you're like, I don't know if I can quit my job because I want to do full-time music, and what if like I don't make enough money? Like, it's scary at first, and you're gonna have to make some sacrifices of like not going out with your friends,
Mhm.
eating at home, cooking at home. But if you really put the work and dedication into it, it will pay off.
Oh yeah.
And it's the best decision I did.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well said. Where did you ever have a chance or a point where you're like your coworkers ever like pass by you and they're like, "Hey, great set, bud."
This was when I just literally played with Shaq. And I was like, you know what? Let me just dip my toes in the water. I was like, yeah, I've actually played with Shaq. And they're like, what are you talking about? And then I showed them like a picture of us together, and they're like, what do you do?
You're
But,
like, that's not a wedding.
Yeah, this looks like the most lit wedding I've ever seen.
I feel like that's so interesting, just to like have a little Hannah Montana life, you
It
know?
literally felt like Hannah
a little
Montana.
era.
Because I'm so quiet in the office. Because again, it's two different personalities,
Oh,
like
yeah.
government people and us.
Oh yeah.
So, and my best friend was working with me. I helped her get the job as well. I was like, come work at the Secret Service with me, because she loves like criminal justice and all that. So I remember, oh my God, this was so funny. I was on tour with Selvin King in the Loud and Reckless tour, and I was still working at the Secret Service, and I'd have to wake up at like, because at home, let's say I'd have to wake up at 7 a.m. and I'm on the West Coast. I have to wake up at 4 a.m. to log on for work because I'm teleworking.
Oh.
And I remember we're like in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. I think we were somewhere in Utah, and we're in a meeting and there's no service, and then I keep getting disconnected from the call. And I'm telling, they think I'm at home. And I'm like texting my girlfriend Rachel, I'm like, tell them my Wi-Fi is getting fixed or something. But yeah, it was funny. I remember the whole Sullivan King crew, they're like, you're teleworking? What? And I'm like, yeah, I work for the Secret Service. And they're like, whoa, she's gotta work. But I mean, looking back at it, it's so funny. Like, I can't believe I would wake up so early to log on for work while on a tour bus, touring with Sullivan King. Like, it's crazy.
Just for a show with Shaq.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I started to like lose like my PTO time, and that's when I was like, okay, I really need to like quit and just go music full time.
Yeah, it's crazy that it wasn't like that long ago
I
either.
know.
Like it was like so fresh to where like when you tell these stories, like it still feels like you're like you're in it.
Yeah, it feels like literally like a couple months ago.
That's
But
crazy.
it was definitely a good job. It was fun. And then eventually when I left, I was like, by the way, I'm Layz. And then like I think some of them follow me on socials still.
Love that.
But they're very supportive. I remember being at the airport the other day. I saw one of my coworkers and she's like, oh my God, how's your little DJ going? And I'm like, oh, it's great.
So
Sorry, go ahead.
there's a little tidbit that you said earlier that I just like really registered with was like working a full 9-to-5 job kind of thing and then going home and being exhausted. So like I just want to say that to like anybody who's watching and living that double life of like, all right, I have 2 jobs, 3 jobs, 4 jobs, what have you. It happens to all of us where you're just like so exhausted from your day job to want to do your actual love, your creative job. Because I've definitely been through those like burnouts of like, wait, I should be doing my craft. I should be doing the creative thing that I actually want to be doing. Why don't I want to do it right now? It's not because you don't love it anymore. It's because your day job exhausted you, and that's normal.
Exactly.
It's because you don't have enough spoons. Do you guys know about
the spoon theory?
Spoon theory? Do you know about the spoon theory?
I think so.
So everyone on average has about 12 spoons. Every spoon is like an activity or something that you do throughout the day. So and then other things take up more spoons. So for example, getting out of bed, making yourself breakfast, that's like 2 out of the 12 spoons that you have for the day. But like if you're going to work, you have like 4 or 5 of those spoons being used.
Yeah,
And at that
exactly.
point, if you have, if you've exhausted all of your spoons, it's hard to do like the rest of the activities or everything else you need because you've exhausted your creative energy or just your regular energy for the day.
Yeah, it takes
I
more
agree.
resilience, and then sometimes it'll just become unhealthy to where it's like I need a rest. I need to take care of my health, and then it's like okay, but then my passions, But it's like those moments, honestly, like are so like defining because then like you really learn like what resilience is, and then you take it to where okay, I'm finally able to quit this 9-to-5. Let's do it. Let's run it.
Yeah.
And then boom, and then it shows. Like it shows literally how like this past year, like you're skyrocketing, and like it's because like you've built all of that.
Yeah, I agree.
So all of this has happened like pretty much within the past like 4 years, and you going from Secret Service to becoming a full-time DJ, which also means that you pretty much had most of your growth through like the shutdown of 2020. What was that like?
That was definitely, not fun, but for me, it was a blessing in disguise because I was able to put my name out there a lot more by doing the live streams. Like live streams was so popular back in the day, and I would get my name out there. I'd go live on Instagram or Twitch, and people would be like, "Who is this?" And that's how I'd get my followers. And that's actually how my management found me. And ever since then, he helped me get on an agency. And that when I finally had a full solid team that was very invested in my project, that's when I started getting a lot of shows.
Wow, the power of social media.
Yeah.
Dude.
No, for real. Because once upon a time, it was like you had to walk into a bar, had to walk into a club, and just be
Or
like, "Hey, can I
pass
like?"
out, or go on the street, pass out your music to random people.
Yep.
People still do that.
Yeah, they do. Especially here in LA. Yeah.
Yeah, because everyone talks about how hard it was because like the world was pretty much like on pause.
Yeah.
So everyone talks about like like either their fall off of happening during that time, but you said you got like management like pretty early on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Did you ever do the park-in raves by any chance?
I did. They were very popular in Pennsylvania. So I live in Maryland, so Pennsylvania's right next door, so we'd always drive up. I did one with Sullivan King. I did one with Subtronics.
Sick.
And I think I definitely did another one. I just don't remember. I think it was like Riot 10. Those were interesting. It was so different just seeing people sit in like a lawn chair and just like vibing to the music in their own square.
Dude.
Yeah.
It was great. I
was
remember going to
fun.
those. It was
Yeah.
always cool when you ordered like drinks or something, and they just
would
come like
come
scooter.
to you.
They'd come on a scooter. It was great.
Yeah.
That
Wait,
sounds
that's-
so fun.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I missed
Yeah.
out. I
You
had
had
no
to, like,
friends during
they-
COVID.
Yeah, they would give you like a scan code, and you would scan your phone and have like the whole menu on there. So here I am, just like, and you could bring like blankets and whatever
Yep.
you want.
That's
so
fire.
you
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 park
have
your,
your space.
yeah, you park your car. I had laid my blanket, and we just like order our food, and we're just eating while like dubstep is playing in the background.
Why don't they still do that? It's like a movie theater for
because
ravers.
no one's
Yeah.
But it's like a movie theater for ravers.
Well, yes, but the only two downsides was, at least the ones I went to, the music had to come through your car, so they didn't have a speaker system or any of that. So they
So
like,
it was like a
you-
two-
That's interesting.
So it was like a
Audience.
drive-in theater.
yes, it was like
So
a
you had
drive-in
to be in a
theater.
car.
Yes.
Oh, mine
wow.
was-
No, you could be outside your car, but the music would come through your car.
Oh, see, that was
They-
different in Pennsylvania.
Oh.
Yeah, we
that's
had
how-
like a full stage and everything,
Yeah.
and it was cars parked, and they would just have to be like in their own square.
Yeah. We had that too. It's just I remember like the
Which
first.
one did you go to?
It was at an actual movie theater.
Oh, mine was at NOS parking lot.
Oh, that might be
The
why.
Nose parking lot did
Yeah.
it.
And they
I
did
did a lot
speakers.
there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's
I
probably
don't
why,
like the
because I
Nose.
remember I remember going to 2 or 3. Some had a full speaker system, but definitely 1 or 2 had it where it came out of only your car.
I was on my
Interesting.
couch. On my couch, sound up, and then that was my
Yeah,
life.
I pretty much missed like all the park-in raves. Like I kind of put my like raving on pause just because like I was kind of too scared to go outside.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. I
It
feel
was
like I missed
really
out.
fun.
yeah,
It
we're
was
in the
definitely-
club.
Huh?
Quite
We're in
a
the club.
time.
Yeah. Fist pound. Boom.
It was definitely one of those like I need to just go. I need to get out. I need to go do something. 2020
Yeah.
was
It was
rough.
like cabin fever.
Yeah.
What happens if you don't own a car? I mean, yeah, you can go to
You go with friends,
Pennsylvania,
yeah.
but
Your friends.
yeah, but then you can't hear the music. You said the music goes out
No,
of your car.
where he went.
Yeah, the
But
one place
for-
that I went to,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
came out of the speakers of my car. It would like Bluetooth in, kind of
Oh,
like a
the one at
drive-in movie
NOS,
theater.
it was like speakers everywhere.
That's super
Go
cool.
off,
Yeah.
Pascal. You know what you're doing.
Ooh, and it was kind of like a boiler room style too, because they'd be right in the center. So
Wait,
cars would be
was
parked
it
right
That's
really?
there.
actually pretty fucking
Wait,
sick.
shut up. So this
Yeah.
was, oh my God, this was the start of the boiler room
Where were
era
you guys?
in the United States.
Again, I was
Let's go.
on pause.
Fully on pause.
So fan questions?
Fan questions.
Can I go ahead and just jump into the first question?
Jump.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is from Pickle Rick B76. What's your routine before going on stage?
I'm kind of a quiet person before I go on stage, before the 5 minutes, just because I get so nervous. I still get nervous till this day, whether if it's like in front of 50 people, 100 people, 12,000 people, I will always be nervous. I turn on my Apple Watch and I turn on either dance or traditional strength training. And then I take a little shot to get the nerves out. I jump up, do
Yeah.
some jumping jacks, get it ready.
Get that nervous
Yeah.
energy out.
And yeah, I don't really have like a ritual or anything. I'm just usually I get the green room cleared 5 minutes before I go on just to collect my thoughts and everything and get ready.
To ground yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Side tangent question, like to bounce off of that. Do you get more nervous playing with smaller crowds because it's a little bit more intimate, or larger crowds?
So for this tour, for the Aftershock tour, I've been opening up with a Sabrina set. And usually, because I'm opening at doors, there's not much people. Well, sometimes there is, but that makes me more nervous because they're all spread out. And I'm just so awkward. I'm like, oh my God, I need a room filled with people. So probably when it's a little bit of people, but I do enjoy the sold out, full packed, small, intimate crowds. Those are
Yeah.
a lot more fun because we all feel the energy together. Still love the big crowds like EDC, the bass pod. my number one set for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
But I think I get a little bit more nervous with the smaller crowds when it's a little bit empty.
Because I feel like you can look at people. You can kind of like
Yeah.
single people out when you're
That's
looking
true.
over the crowd.
And they're all just like staring
It's
at you.
like
Like,
eye contact.
I'm like, I grab some water, drink some water. Don't look at anyone.
Don't look at me.
I feel like that's like such a natural thing because I have anxiety too sometimes, and I notice like whenever I don't like want to make eye contact with people, then I just like I start doing that
It's
thing.
like, oh, there's something on my phone.
Yeah, it's
Like-
not like I can be on my phone
yeah,
either.
yeah. Like I do it at the gym a lot. The gym is when I do that. 'Cause
Yeah.
then- yeah. Next question. Next question is from Hippie Flip. Favorite Lay's potato chip? I'm sorry, I had to be the
funny.
one to ask.
Salt and vinegar.
Yes.
Yes.
How about second favorite?
Yes.
To the point where like your like the top of your mouth is like
starts burning.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, it's the vinegar. It's
Yeah.
acid.
You know what?
acidity.
I thought I didn't like the chip the whole time, but I was like, oh, I don't like the way it's making me feel. Like
Yeah.
I didn't know it was like because of the vinegar.
I
just
love
thought-
it. I love
It's
being in
so
the pain.
delicious.
It's so good. I don't know how to explain it. But
Only
yeah.
downside is you can't eat it that much, only because like bad breath and like you're with
And
people.
your stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times have people went and like what's the word, compared you to the chips
Lay's
brand?
if
Yeah,
I had
chips.
$1 for every
There
time,
it is.
I'd be Oprah Winfrey right now. People would be like, is it Lay's or is it lazy?
like the chips.
It's Lay's.
Nah, it's
Laser
lazy.
lazy. Oh my god, no! I seen you did a video where you were going around asking people questions
Yeah.
in line, and someone said that.
Yeah.
Is it laser lazy?
I mean, sometimes I can be a lazy person, but it's Lay's.
So I know because you always slay with your makeup looks.
Appreciate it.
So Sierra Jimenez asked, what is one step in your makeup routine you cannot skip/go without?
Ooh. Definitely the wing. Like I always do the wing. I feel like it makes the I
makes
mean,
the
there's so much like if I take these eyelashes off right now, I look very bare. So I definitely need my eyelashes. I need my wing, the highlight. I feel like there's a lot.
Yeah.
Next question comes from by Zerk, and just to kind of bounce off of what you said earlier with opening up with your house DJ set, Sabritas. Can you tell us a little bit more about what that is?
Oh yeah, so it's my second alias. I did it to help not get burnt out with dubstep. And I absolutely love house music, tech house, Latin tech house, you name it. And I love mixing it. So I noticed when Stumpy Wooly would open up his sets with a Stumpy set, I love that idea because it gets fans in early. And then the next person, whether if it's a local opener or someone that's on the tour, they have a bigger crowd.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
oh my
which
god,
helps.
wait, I love that idea.
Helps bring people
That's
in
really
quicker.
smart.
Yeah.
So I decided to do that for the Aftershock tour. I think I did a little bit, like 2 or 3 sets from my Eye of the Storm tour last year, but Sabrina's has been getting bigger and bigger recently. We're doing sets at like Base Canyon and Lost Land,
That's
so people are like,
awesome.
"Are you gonna bring it to like this city or that city?" So I'm trying to do as much as I can, and a lot of people have been asking if I make house music. I don't at the moment. I just like to mix it.
Gotcha. What
Yeah.
what does Sabritas mean? How'd you get that?
It's Layz in Spanish. So when you go to like Mexico, like I remember Paradise Blue when we go to Cancun, people would bring Lay's chips which says Sabritas, which is what's really cool
Really
and
funny.
like kind of like weird is that my name's Leyla. I go by Layz. My middle name is Sabrina, and the chips is Sabritas.
Oh, it just makes sense.
Yeah.
It just all makes sense.
Yeah. So it,
That's
go,
the
it goes
universe
together.
talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, that's super cool. And also having like you know, you DJs like dubstep DJs having like these other alias that way they can play other music is also really really cool. I mean, it's almost like you were having all of these DJs now kind of bridging the gap between what it would be like, you know, like instead of dubs, like, you know, bass heads and house heads, you're now getting kind of a mix of both.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the idea, especially because it also helps, like I said earlier, helps us artists not get burnt out with dubstep. I always thought to myself I would always only stick to dubstep and nothing else. But like now I'm like, you know, making like little techno switch ups, like the idea I just showed you guys, and it's nice to like branch out and show like the versatility and variety an artist can do.
So do you feel like the alias that you have is kind of like evolving like your main project Layz into something that's, you know, you're still playing dubstep of course, but then now you're just incorporating like all these different other genres
Oh
into
yeah,
it?
definitely.
Yeah.
Like also sometimes throw in a little bit of like a little drum and bass, like a song or two. And some cities like it, some cities don't. You just got to get a feel for the crowd sometimes.
Do you pre-plan your sets depending on like what cities you know kind of react differently towards the music?
Yeah, definitely. Like Montreal, for example, they love everything, but they also really like rhythm a lot. So I'll make sure to sprinkle in a little bit more rhythm in there.
Gotcha.
Hell yeah.
Do we have time for a couple more fan questions? Do we want to do that? Nan, did you pick another one?
We have a Patreon.
Yeah, I think we
let's
should
do
do
that
the
one.
Patreon
Ooh.
question first.
And if you haven't already subscribed to our Patreon, you can go ahead and do that. Link is in the bio. And if you want to subscribe with a paid membership, you get to ask questions to artists like Layz or anyone else that we may have on, and we answer your question, priority question.
Do you see more of a prevalence in the like DJs going into just having more aliases? That way they can, you know, branch off to different music instead of like having things under their own
Oh yeah,
alias.
I've been seeing that a lot recently.
Do you think that you are going to start releasing Sabrina's stuff?
Probably for fun, like very rarely though, because the main focus is always going to be Layz.
That makes sense.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Would you ever merge it? Or you want to keep Layz just dubstep? Like mainly dubstep.
I'd probably just keep Layz separate.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I think it also has to do with like marketing too, because with a lot of the artists that we've talked about, had on the pod and we've talked about is like, you know, if you have a project that is already fully built, branded one particular way, it's really difficult to like left turn it or add some other stuff, and not because the music's it wouldn't be great, but because like the team and the marketing, they were like, we've already marketed this to like bass heads only so far, so if we throw something else in there, it might not work.
Yeah.
Makes sense. All right, so Lauren on the Patreon asked 2 questions. First one is, what was your favorite offstage moment at Lost Lands?
Off stage.
Lost Lands.
Probably being at the crater.
Oh my
God.
God, you experienced all those lasers in the 360.
They did a really good
Yeah?
job with that stage. Oh my God, especially at nighttime. That was the star of the show. The crater was the star of
Dude,
the show.
I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous.
Honestly, I get that. I got FOMO for that.
Yeah.
I was just
Sorry,
like,
you guys missed out.
I can't be on my phone, or I'm gonna like not. I'm gonna cry.
My brother must know that I love him because I went to his wedding instead of Lost Lands, and I had to miss the crater for that.
Oh no.
Don't get me wrong, happy to be at my brother's wedding,
Yeah,
but
of
also
course.
that crater was
Yeah.
just.
That was
Well,
history. You missed history being
I know.
made.
Yeah.
I'm sure
well
we'll be
aware.
there next year.
Yeah, FaceTiming Nan during Lost Lands was really, really fun because you can kind of see like he's like I gotta be at this wedding. I'm gonna stay strong, but also you could see the FOMO in his eyes.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay. Second question from Lauren is, with the Layz project starting off during the shutdown, how are you able to navigate networking in the scene?
That is a really good question. I'm trying to remember that far back. I remember networking with other artists by, just DMing them, asking them for music. I'd be like, hey, like I'm doing a live stream for XYZ. Like I'd love to play some of your unreleased music. And that actually helped start a lot of friendships by asking for music and giving them some of mine, vice versa. And then also doing those live streams really helped other people who were hosting live streams be like, hey, like, do you want to do one like next month? So that really helped a lot.
Sick.
Like Girl Gang, right? Was that also a
Was
live
that
stream
during?
thing?
Oh my God, it was.
Girl Gang?
So do you want to touch on what Girl Gang is for the people that don't know?
Girl Gang is like a collective where girls would come together, and they also have like a SoundCloud, and they would do mixes every month. I don't know. I don't remember that far back.
Oh wait, was that your thing?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was good. It helped a lot of like females get out there, get their name out there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So just like social media, pretty much like
Yeah.
was like your gateway into just like
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
putting yourself out
100%.
there. Like that takes a lot, you
Yeah.
know, to like say fuck it, I'm just gonna take the risk.
Yeah, exactly.
How big do you think social media plays a part in kind of the, you know, your growth as a DJ?
A lot. I feel like the artists years ago, whatever genre you were doing, it was hard to get out there because it was more like by mouth, word of mouth. But now today we have this really good benefit of having like TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all sorts of social media where we can showcase our craft, and especially to people in different countries. And it definitely helped a lot. It helps reaches new audiences for sure.
Yeah, got you.
Hop on social media, put
Yeah.
yourself out there.
That being said, do we have another song we can listen to?
Yes, please.
We do.
Play it.
Let's see.
And when is that? What was the previous song that you just showed us? When is that coming out?
It's either January or February.
January or February?
You heard it here first, folks.
All right. This is with Calcium.
Oh.
Okay, let's do that again. Like info, name,
Give
song.
us everything.
I'm gonna need some milk.
We don't have a song title yet for this. We've been working on this since Rampage last year. So everyone keeps asking, when is it dropping? Like, I don't know. Soon, hopefully.
TBD.
But this is this doesn't have a name yet, so
What a crazy song title.
another cinematic intro.
Yeah.
I love that.
You're really setting the atmosphere.
Yeah, there's like
with,
so much going on, but I love it.
That's dubstep.
Do you know what the most frightening thing in the world is? It's here.
oh my god.
Oh my god.
Let's fucking go!
Initiate trying.
Sound design is crazy. Holy shit.
Bruh.
I love dubstep. I love dubstep.
Bruh.
Dubstep is awesome.
What a way to end this episode. So crazy.
Yeah.
Gathered myself. Hold
You're
on.
so funny. You just play like a massive dubstep banger and you're like, yeah.
Yeah, this is actually the intro to my Aftershock tour. So that's the first drop.
Sick.
Balls to the wall.
That's so good. So
That's the best way to start
Holy
a set, to be
shit.
honest. Because
Okay.
when I hear that, I immediately just think of like a perfect headbang, like
Yeah,
a clean,
yeah.
nice energetic headbang.
Yeah.
Wow. Hold on, I gotta
You tired?
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
fucking speechless, bro. Hold on, I gotta gather myself up.
Yeah, I can't wait for that one to drop.
Yeah, well, we're very, very excited to have heard it, and we're very happy to have had you on the podcast.
Thank
you
you for
so
having me.
much.
Thank
Yeah,
you
this
for
was a
being
lot
here.
of fun. But
It's
this was
super
my
awesome.
first time doing an in-person podcast.
Is it really?
Yeah, it was really fun. I was nervous at first, but this was easy.
I'm so glad. We're so glad.
Well, I'm telling you right now, I've been nervous for the past like hour and a half. So we're right there. Where can our listeners hear or find you on socials, and where can they hear you next?
You can catch me on tour at the Aftershock Tour. You can find dates at layz.us. You can find me on Instagram at layzdubs. My Twitter is layzdubs. What other platforms are there?
TikTok.
Yeah.
Layz Music.
You on Threads?
Yes, Threads. I'm kinda on there.
It's like on and off.
Yeah.
It's like on and off
Right?
kind of energy, yeah.
Yeah, and you can join my Facebook group called Layz Clan. We are an amazing community. People who are a little bit nervous to go to shows by themselves. We have a tab for each city of like Layz shows. So someone will be like, I'm going to Layz this alone this weekend, and then people will be like, come join our friend group. So I really love that. But yeah, next up I have Hawaii and Maui. So
Noise.
see you guys there.
So check her out on that. And if you want to see more of us, like bonus segments, we also have a Patreon. And thank you so much for our patrons for continuously supporting us and the pod. We love you very, very much.
Very, very much.
She's our
If you haven't
cheater.
subscribed already, feel free to subscribe. We'd love to have you. And check out more content. We're going to be doing listening to some music and talking about some other stuff on the bonus episode here with Layz and with other artists that we've had. So please come check it out and hang out with us more.
And if you're
Yes,
not
sir.
subscribed to the Patreon, we still love you.
Yeah.
That being said, thank you guys for listening in. We love you very, very much.
See you next time.
See you later.
Oh no!
Bye,
Don't
guys.
forget to like, subscribe, comment.
Oh yeah, we didn't tell everyone to smash the like button, man.
Yo, smash that smash that notification bell, comment, subscribe, come hang out with us, comment who you want to be on the episode next, and we will see you in 2 weeks.
All right, see you guys later.
Bye, guys.
Toodles.